What's up, boomer?
Beat you to it.
Got me.
How are you today, old lady?
Fabulous.
It's sometimes it's hard to be so awesome all the
Agreed.
time.
Agreed.
Yeah,
And today, guys, we have it's not our usual content.
yeah, no.
It's a very, very serious topic. Something
Somber.
that, yeah, it's taken over the world,
It's
honestly.
affected me personally.
Yeah. Me as well.
Actually, multiple times.
Yep.
We're
I've
not
had to
talking about the pandemic.
no, but close to it. The Sriracha shortage of America.
Which I didn't even know was a real thing until just a few moments ago when I was, you know, informed by Sam. I thought that I just couldn't find the stuff on the shelves, you know,
Wrong.
and apparently it goes way, way, way beyond that.
Yeah. He was talking about sriracha and how pissed off he was that he was eating his lunch with a faux sriracha.
If
Yeah,
you're
what is
now
that?
just take a look. I don't even. I mean, I'm embarrassed to even show it.
Yeah.
Like it looks like there's a lot in there that's been consumed, but it
Mm-mm.
actually has not. It's just me trying over and over again to see if it tastes better on different
Ugh.
items, and then it just gets washed down the drain because once you've had like the blue crystal meth, you
Mhm.
don't want to go back to just like that regular street rock. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
so if you're watching
So
on YouTube, he was holding up a faux sriracha. It says sriracha on it
it
though,
says
right?
Sriracha, which seems like infringement, which is why we are actually going to make some T-shirts that say "Wanted Sriracha."
Exactly.
No,
And I said, "Well, there's a shortage, right?" He's
no,
like, "Well, yeah, I can't find it at the store." I'm like, "No, no, no. It's not that you just can't find it and every time you go they're out. Like no one can get it.
no.
She gone."
Alleged. I mean, not allegedly anymore. Like
Yeah.
it's substantiated.
Correct, and, like, I read a New York Times article about it recently
It
that
was
ta
L.A. Times.
sorry, LA
It was
Times.
L.A. Times.
Is
Yeah,
that
you're getting
different?
it
It's
right.
just, like,
I
not
mean,
as
to opposite sides of
prestige?
the
Okay.
country. Yeah, just different spot.
Alright, they're both Times
And,
magazine.
and hold on, no, time out. I wouldn't trust a New York Times article because that's not a New York item. I don't think. Do you think they actually have? I mean, maybe Filipino restaurants have them in New York, but I feel like this is like, if it's coming from California, it should be in the LA Times and not the New York
Mm,
Times.
but, like, doesn't New York Times talk about just, like, anything or just New York related things?
Whatever agenda they want to be pushing, Sam.
Okay. Alright. Okay, so LA Times,
Yeah,
reading that
LA
article.
Times.
And, I mean, at one point on Amazon, you could buy like 2 17-ounce sriracha bottles for $160. That's how high the demand was, and still is. Now you
It's unreal.
can't even
You
get it
know,
on Amazon.
I was gonna say I would actually pay that. Knowing what I know now, I
Same.
would pay that.
Yes. Had I known, I would have stocked up years ago. Years ago. Instead, I'm sitting here, if you can see on YouTube, you can see how rich I am in
Oh my
sriracha.
God, look at that. I
Can't
know
even
everybody's
hold it
wondering what sort of sexual activities Sam had to perform to end up
to
with
get
how many
these.
bottles? How
Well,
many
right
bottles?
first of all, I started with 10.
And you
Just
gotta tell us the story.
okay.
You gotta tell us the
So,
story. What food establishment did you buy these from?
taking it back a little bit,
Yeah,
it was probably, gosh, I don't know, 6 months ago. I couldn't get my hands on sriracha. Everywhere I went, no sriracha. I'm going to, like, the Targets of the world too, because 'cause I'm like, "Okay, maybe
they
if I
gotta
don't
have
go
them.
to a grocery store, maybe these little side places will have them." Wrong, gone, out of stock, have no idea when they're coming. I am Googling, I'm on Amazon, I am looking on the sriracha website, and, there's a drought, so they're not producing them. So, my girlfriend was at my house talking about this me just panicked about the shortage, and she's like, "Oh, I know someone who distributes, or I don't know if distributes the right word in that industry, but supplies Jackson's with," and Jackson's I
The
thought was
gas station.
yeah, the gas station. I was like, "Maybe they are a food store because they're sending sriracha to Jackson's." She's like, "Maybe I can see if my guy can hook us up." I was
My
like, "Oh my
dealer.
god, I will pay everything for
Yeah.
this." So, that was it, conversation had. I'd been out. I've been using knockoff sriracha, and then I get a random text that says, "Oh, hey, he's doing a shipment to the Jacksons, and, he can get me 10 bottles. Do you want them?"
10 bottles.
10 bottles. The
And you
next
weren't like,
day
"I'll take 5." You were like, "I'll take
oh,
6."
no, 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 I want all 10. You said 10, I'm taking 10. The next day, she shows up, I've got 10 bottles of Sriracha for
See,
free. I don't know what
it's
she
not
had to
about
do for
what you
him.
know, it's who you
Mhm.
know,
Yeah,
and
so
I know
that was
Sam.
6 months ago. I have 2 in the fridge right now. That's how
Opened.
rich with Sriracha we are, is I just have 2 open bottles in the fridge, 1 for John, 1 for me. Sometimes he takes
If
them to work, and then I
if
get
my
pissed off.
comments if my comments have needed validated at all about how rich you are, it's how many bottles did you say you have opened just
Yeah,
floating around inside your refrigerator?
2, 1 for John, his and hers. Because
Oh,
sometimes John will take a bottle to work in his lunchbox, and I get so pissed, I'm like, "Did you take the Sriracha?" You know, I need Sriracha at home too, so
yeah,
he's like, "We've got 10 bottles, just open a second." So we have his and hers bottles, and then I had a friend who was in need, gave her 1, and in the last 6 months, we've done whatever the math is to now I have 3 more. 1 I know is now going to my boy Jeff.
that's right, that's for me.
These are off limits. These
Whoa, whoa,
2
whoa,
I'm
whoa, whoa,
holding
whoa,
in
whoa,
my
whoa, whoa,
hand
whoa.
right now, they mine.
Sam, if you're still listening, Sam and I came up with an idea,
Okay,
and
Jeff did. I don't know
and
that I
she's
can
gonna give
part.
up. She will. If you're still listening, comment somewhere, Sriracha. Sut Boomer, give me my Sriracha. How about that? At Sut Boomer, give me my Sriracha, and we will mail you along. No, just the Sriracha. We will mail you a signed Sriracha bottle.
Everybody who comments that?
No,
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 I
no,
have
no. We'll pick one person.
okay, my
Pick
god.
one person. No, we don't have
But
enough
Jeff.
bottles, Sam. I mean, if 100% of the people that commented got a bottle, we'd probably only be sending out 2 bottles.
No,
Joe
no,
would get
no.
one, and Pete would get one.
And my sister-in-law would get one. She
Yeah, yeah,
listens
exactly, exactly.
religiously.
She's
And
like,
my
"Oh
girl
shit, I missed
Krista.
it." Yeah. You who gets the open bottle? But no, can we agree on it? Is it a thing? Can we
No,
do it?
I don't think we
Sam.
can. We don't know when the drought is going to be over. The website
Which
has
is why
no
it's
idea
such a
when they're
high
coming back.
value item,
Yes.
Sam.
No, I'm not giving it away for free. I can't. I love you guys, but I can't.
You're really not gonna do it.
What are we gonna get for it?
That's what I'm talking about. You gotta okay, engagement.
For people who are already watching us?
Yeah. Well,
No.
and then oh, ooh. Wait, you gotta tag somebody. Tag
And
your
that
friend.
person has to follow.
Oh, okay. So tag a friend. They have to follow, and then we will pick
And
a winner.
and you both have to like, and you both have to comment.
Boom. That's fine. We set the rules here, Sam. And if nobody engages, you know what happens? You still got that extra bottle of Sriracha.
All right.
Oh my god.
You have to follow
You're
the rules
holding on to that.
exactly.
You're holding on to that like it's some
Pillow.
duck
I'm gonna
you
sleep with
found.
it. Oh, I do have a duck stealing problem.
Yes, you do.
That's for a
And a
whole different podcast, but yes,
duck murders.
I have
As
killed
the
a duck or
world
2.
turns.
But all I know is
Ah,
there is a shortage of Sriracha. It's a real thing. We have no idea when it's coming back. And I put it on everything. I put it on my turkey meatballs. I put it on any kind of breakfast food. John puts it on like steak sauce that he mixes with it. Like sometimes I just get bored and I just drink it. And this is the one you get, Jeff, the one that
yeah.
I'm just not on.
I was gonna say, is that the one you're giving away? Because it's worth more now.
Yes, that's right. You not only do you get a bottle of Sriracha, but my lips have been on it.
Oh,
Sick.
ew.
Heyo.
Sick.
Anyway, it's a real thing. It's like I think you said this too when I mentioned it to you. It's like, is there really a shortage or is this like gang related activity,
Yeah,
like mafia, like cartel,
they're
like there
driving up the
really
prices.
right? Or like there really isn't a shortage, but somebody's not giving them the money that they want or whatever they want, and so
Mhm.
they're holding back.
Hostage. They're holding the whole world hostage at this point.
I mean, at this point, they could just open the floodgates and say, okay, $50 a bottle, and they'd still get sold,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it would happen. It would happen. They
Mafia.
might have to go a little bit larger, but I would still buy it.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that a thing though? Like, doesn't Cartel run avocados?
You were saying that.
Or do they
Um,
not?
I I cannot say that the
Hmm,
cartel runs avocados,
I thought I
but I
heard
could
that.
see it being a thing. I could see this whole like what do you call it? Infrastructure, or like, when people ship shit. What's that called?
Mm, shipping.
Shipping. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Like everything being like a lined pocket situation, like
Yeah.
got your
I
hands and
watched
everything.
I watched this Joe Rogan podcast with this guy, Paul something. He
Hmm.
is a mushroom expert, right?
I
Some
love
world-renowned,
mushrooms,
famous something, right?
and good for you.
Listen, Portobello mushrooms,
Okay,
right,
the big
is
delicious ones.
is apparently a $50 billion industry,
Hmm.
he
I can see
said,
that. Bit like with a
and
B,
with a B,
like
right?
tres comas, like three commas. The
Yes,
three comma
exactly.
club. Okay.
So, apparently, there is what's the, cancer is it carcinogen?
Yes.
Arsenogen. Carcinogen?
Arsenogen is
Arsenogen?
an an arson is somebody who lights shit on fire.
Great. So carcinogen,
Uh-huh.
some sort of carcinogen in
Carcinogen.
okay, great, in portobello mushrooms.
Okay. So
And
you're saying they're
so
bad for you.
so when he was asked to speak on it, he said on Joe Rogan's podcast, he said he's not touching that and he reserves the right to not comment on it. And Joe was like, "Whoa, like you're being serious?" I'm being serious. And Joe's like, okay, well, I'm going to respect that. And if people could Google it and let me know why, that'd be great." So I went down this rabbit
You
hole of
Googled it.
people saying it's a $50 billion industry projected to be 100 billion in 2024 or whatever. And portobello, the mushroom industry specifically, and
Right.
14% of that, something like that, is portobello mushrooms. So if you
Okay.
think about that, that's hundreds of millions of dollars for portobellos. And if somebody's out there saying there's a carcinogen in it, however you say that word,
Yeah.
and they don't buy it,
It's not good. Not good for business.
money. Someone who has billions of dollars or millions of dollars invested in that industry is going to come to kill this guy.
Yeah.
So
And you
like
said he sounded nervous. Like he's like he
he
doesn't want to
said,
talk about it anymore.
I refuse, or I whatever, I reserve the right to not answer that question about portobello mushrooms.
Hmm.
Anyway, so now I wonder if we should be afraid for our lives that we called
Because
out the cartel
oh my God.
for holding our sriracha.
Yeah. But it's like I want answers. At
Yeah.
least
There's
there'd be
gotta
some
be
sort of
there's gotta be other things, right? Like, there's gotta be other things that other countries are like, "Yo, you give us this, we'll give you these avocados."
yeah. Well, then why are they messing? Okay, so here's my question to you
Okay.
then. Is it just they want to have their hands in a bunch of different things? And so it's like we got the marijuana, the cocaine, the opium, I mean, the quaaludes. I don't even know if those are still a thing,
I
but
don't know what
like,
those
and
are.
then avocados.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I mean, avocados, think about how many avocados just I consume in a
Oh,
day.
oh shit. Do you eat a lot of avocados?
I probably eat at least one a day
Seriously?
between breakfast and dinner because it is a great slice it up with some tomatoes, put a little bit of olive oil and salt on it. Nom 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 nom
Huh.
nom.
I
Yes,
didn't know
love
that about
and
you.
my children love avocados. Cut it
Okay.
in half, straight spoon. Love them. So
Nice.
that's just my family.
Yeah. Well, I
So
guess I'm not a big fan of avocado. It's a
oh,
texture thing for me. There's got to
'cause
be
of
like a
your
little crunch to it or something, or
oh,
like something rather than just like mush.
interesting.
So, but
Chips?
yeah, I guess chips would work. I do
Yeah.
like guacamole. That's
Mhm.
a different thing. But just as far as like cutting one open and just eating it without any rules,
Man, if you
I
and
think
have you
that
tried it with sriracha?
no, I
So
haven't had
good.
sriracha
Oh,
in the better part of a year, Sam.
oh,
And
yeah, that's right.
yeah,
Because
the eggs
of
taste
the drought.
different. So if I would have known that this whole sriracha thing was like going to be a thing,
Mhm.
when all the sheeple were grabbing up all the toilet paper
Yes,
in the middle of the pandemic, when I was wiping with half sheets of paper towels,
it was a real thing.
I would have been buying up sriracha.
Same. You
Dude,
don't know what you don't know. Like,
yeah,
we could say that for so many scenarios, but
yeah,
the one I'm the saddest about is sriracha because 'cause
yeah,
I'm
that's
down
crazy.
to 3. No, really down to 2 because 'cause you're getting 1,
Hmm.
and I
I'm down
just
to
don't know what
one.
to do. Like, maybe I save it because maybe it'll be, like, the last bottle on earth.
Oh my God.
Mm,
Lone survivor style.
right, like, someone 20 years from now is gonna be looking for it and paying millions for this
This is an
expired
this is an
sriracha.
aged bottle of sriracha. It's
Yeah.
been on the counter in a controlled environment,
Yes.
not been opened, only been sucked on by Sam. And we are willing to part with this. Let the bidding start at $1 million. $1 million.
Yeah,
Do I hear any two? 2 million.
it's gonna go that fast.
Yeah.
Also, it says it expires July of next year. I got a
Got
question for
time.
you.
No.
Ex Expiring food.
Expiration dates. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So I actually have a strong feeling on this.
Oh my god.
And I'm opposite of Catherine, where I actually found a loaf of keto bread in our refrigerator and I
Is
threw
that
it away a
is
week
that
ago.
CrossFit bread?
CrossFit bread, yeah.
Okay.
Um, and I remember I was like, why is she putting this in the fridge? But I was like, it's her bread. She's gonna leave it. I found that loaf 2 days ago.
Mhm.
It had expired in April
It was in the fridge or the freezer?
in the fridge.
Okay.
Expired in
Throw it
April. It
away.
looked fine,
No.
no mold.
Immediately throw it away.
I threw it away. And
Okay, we're
then
the same.
Katie yesterday was like, yo, did you throw that keto bread away? I was like, I told you it expired in April. And I think that she wanted to look it over and make a decision, like a game time decision.
Yeah, John and I are the opposite, like, expiration dates aren't a thing, he does the smell test, and
Oh,
even
okay.
then, he'll smell it and be like, and then he'll do it.
Still good. Huh. Yeah, that's weird.
Nasty. Like, my sister has been to my house before, and she'll just blindly go in my fridge and eat something, and I'll say out loud, like, "Oh, yeah, I just made that last night, like, it's good," and she's like, I never, Sam, question whether or not anything in your fridge is good or not because I
Same
know
here.
how crazy you are,
Yeah.
so I trust that I can eat anything in your fridge at any given day, and it is fresh to death.
Gee.
Yes.
I,
Well, my dad is the
yeah.
opposite. It is expiration dates aren't a thing. Like, they're on there because they legally have to, but they don't mean anything. And he believes that, and he's a monster for that.
Where do you draw the line if you can't if
Right?
you don't if you're like it's there just to put there, like, but what it was there for a reason. You saying
Right?
milk doesn't go bad?
Exactly. It does. But, like, think about,
Yeah.
like, you I think boomers are known for this.
Mm,
You go inside their pantry,
hoarding.
and there is a seasoning from 1984,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The year you
Old
were
Bay.
born, right,
Yeah.
and they're like, "It's fine. It's a
That's
seasoning.
fine.
Brush it
You
off."
open it and you smell it and you're like, "There's no smell."
Yeah, it's gone, it's powdered, the
Yeah.
powder has dissolved, yes. Or a can from the fridge, and you look at it and or from the pantry, and the can is 2 years old, but it's fine. Expiration dates are just put on there so that someone can make more money, make you buy other things.
There okay,
That a thing?
there is one thing that I need to interject with here, and it's medicine. I have taken NyQuil, ibuprofen, Advil, Alka-Seltzer. I've given it to my kids, and it's been expired for years
Oh,
because I do believe that those type of products, they want to make you buy more because if you have a product that's shelf stable for like 20 years, because that's how long it takes you to like actually consume these products, because nobody's going to drink a whole thing of NyQuil in a year unless you're drinking purple drink, right?
mm.
Um, there's no way. I mean, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I can see how the pharmaceutical industry could be like, look, we need to put a timestamp on this so that people are like, oh, it's bad. We got to go buy more just to
So,
like, keep their profits up.
with your logic, why do you think that's the medical industry and that wouldn't be the food industry?
Dude, because my Tylenol ain't growing mold,
Well, yeah, but neither does seasoning.
I will actually keep my seasoning for a very
Oh my
long time.
god. Wow, like,
There's no expiration dates on salt.
I just love my children so much that I wouldn't put their lives at risk.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean? Like,
god.
I wouldn't look at it and be like, "Oh, this expired a year ago. I know you were already sick and you have a fever. Let's risk
Let's
you
just add
dying."
this
I
to
just
it.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so hold on, pump the brakes because I'm not a complete animal.
Okay.
I went out to grab a half gallon of milk today out of our second fridge, right?
Wow, 2 fridges. Okay.
Must be nice. And the expiration date, it was either 6/10/23 or 8/10/23. And being 6/28/23 today, that's either severely expired or I've got tons of time.
It's not 8:10. Milk does not there's no milk that you can buy right now that
Yeah.
expires
Yeah, you
2
can.
months from now. No, you can't
Yeah.
unless it's like
Yeah.
no, unless it's organic, um, whole
Wait,
milk.
yeah, obviously.
Of course you do only organic whole milk. Uh,
So so here's the deal. What do you
'kay.
think I did?
I think you smelt it.
I
That's
didn't.
the test. You
No,
didn't
I
blindly
didn't smell
open
it.
it. Oh, you
I
just threw
did
it away.
not.
You just
No,
dumped it.
I set it behind a couple other milks, hoping Katie finds it later, and I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for it, or I'll bring it up to her. Because I just grabbed a different one because we had, like, one of those Costco, like, half gallons of milk,
Okay.
so there's 4 of
Mhm.
them in there, and so I opened the new box because I was like, "I know it," and the printing was perfect on this, and I was, like, very thankful because it said 8/20/23. Yeah,
It said
2 months, Sam.
8/20.
8/20.
I guess, yeah, that organic whole milk is no
Yeah,
joke. So if
yeah.
you have an 8/20/23, then I guarantee the other one was an 8/10. Process of elimination there. Like,
Why well, if we bought it 3 weeks ago, maybe the last time we went to Costco,
okay,
why would the dates be that close?
because you got them from the same at the same time. They're all
No.
around the same wow. All I know
No,
is expiration
no.
dates are freaking wild, and I don't mess with them. I don't mess with them. I call me a sucker, say the food industry or the medicine industry is taking full advantage of me. That's
Mhm.
fine. I err on
Yeah,
the side of caution. I show up to the airport 2 days ahead of time. I throw away my milk 4 days before it expires. Okay?
yeah. You don't wanna
Put me
kill
in jail.
anybody. Yeah. But what about okay, so what about that sriracha? Say there's no more sriracha, and
That's
you've still
different.
got that bottle. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
No,
whoa.
I'm just kidding.
Why?
It's not different because that's the thing. I only have until July of next year to to drink this because I basically drink
Drink
it.
it?
I basically drink it.
Okay.
I really have high hopes that the drought will be done by then and Sriracha
Mhm.
can get his ass into gear and get this
Mr.
out.
Sriracha.
Mr. Sriracha.
If you're listening,
Otherwise
Mr. Sriracha,
yeah,
get your shit in gear.
yes. Like, if anybody ever thinks they wanna I don't know, you just like us and you just wanna, like, hook us up, like, perfect gift basket for Sam, okay? Show up. It's got a bottle of Sriracha.
Mhm.
It's got a thing of hot sake,
Oh,
maybe a taco,
oh.
and I will
Wait,
be happy.
just one single taco.
W
Is this from
what
Taco Bell?
I oh, I do love me some Taco Bell. Yeah, like,
Mhm.
just I'm very afraid that this is going to expire because I have to hold on to it, but anywho, that's my
And
thoughts.
hold on, this brings up another thing.
Mhm.
Conspiracy theory time. Alert.
Okay.
Alert. What if the people, like the one percenters that are running the world,
Yeah.
were like, how in the hell are we going to get people to take global warming more seriously? What's the one thing they could do
Wow.
to cause a stir and make people think, maybe I should turn my lights off. Maybe I
Ho
should start recycling. Maybe I should walk to work. What would you do?
First of all, you're onto something.
Yeah.
It's almost like if we take this theory,
Yeah.
it is let's call it a drought, right? Because
Okay.
drought goes down that global warming
Yeah.
line, right? And let's take the one thing we know Americans want more than most.
More
That's
than porn.
sriracha, right?
Yeah.
So, call it a because they can't say, like, "No porn, there's a drought," like, that doesn't make
Yeah.
sense,
That
but
doesn't work.
sriracha, perfect sense. We're not
Yeah.
agriculturists. I don't
Yeah.
have my PhD in grass. I don't know how that works. So, you say drought, I say, "No more sriracha, are you kidding me? Global warming, lights off."
This is what we got. This is what we have to go through.
Hmm,
I'll do it. Whatever it
I'm
takes.
in.
We
I'm
we
gonna
are united as one.
yeah, let's where should we go protest?
I don't think we need to protest.
This is our protest?
Yeah, this is our
Sriracha?
protest. Sriracha, we will do whatever it takes for you to turn the fountains back on, Mr. Sriracha.
Mr. Sriracha, we apologize. We will be better to the earth.
Also very sexist for you to think that only a man could run a company as successful as Sriracha.
It's funny how you thought that me saying it's a
You
man
called
has
him Mr.
yeah,
Sriracha.
but it has nothing to do with a man being successful. Has to do with, I guarantee this lid is so gosh darn tight that I can't open it because some man tightened it too freaking tight. That's what
Yep,
that
and
is.
that's why you need us.
Yes, exactly. Well,
That
folks,
is it.
like, you've heard it here. Sriracha shortage is a real thing. I'm terrified. If anybody knows or if I have any other hookups up there, friends of friends who can hook me up, I will pay top dollar. I will be forever indebted.
What would be even better?
Mm.
Sponsorship by Sriracha.
Mr. Sriracha, do you hear that?
You hear that? Sponsorship.
Mhm. Every show, we will say the word Sriracha 5 times.
Yep.
I will put my Sriracha right behind me, right next to my little kitty cat. Meow.
Mm.
See that?
The
Sad.
things we would do for the man.
Sad times we're in right now.
It's crazy. I cannot believe that we just did that whole show on Sriracha.
I can. It is important.
It is. Yeah. How many people need to go without flavor in their food?
Mhm. And how many people don't even know about it?
Yeah. I didn't, like I said, I didn't find out till today that there was an issue.
Yeah,
But now I know it's a very, very big issue.
it is.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, sorry for the depressing show, everybody.
yeah.
Everything will be better next time
Hopefully.
because we'll work on it.
Hopefully.
Get your friend, tag your friend, right? Give me my Sriracha Sam. And they make sure everybody's subscribed or likes. And then I'll work on Sam on getting you your bottle.
Mhm.
We'll pick a
Mhm.
winner. Sam.
Mhm. Mhm.
On our next show, we'll announce it.
Maybe.
Nah, 2 shows, 3, 4 shows.
Maybe.
How long will it take me to convince Sam to give up her extra bottle?
Yeah, only time will tell. Gotta try harder than that.
I'm willing to pull out all the stops here, Sam. I think that
Great.
would be fun. All right, sweet. Well, anyway, better luck next time, Boomer.
All right. See you, Boomer.
See ya.
Bye.